Yooosin, and welcome back today, you guys. And I've been getting an overwhelming amount of comments about what exactly is going on when I'm using the airplane mode glitch. What is this doing for me? When this happens and when that happens, I'm confused because this happened, and I'm just here to explain to you guys a bit of the information on how the airplane mode works and exactly what I understand, so you guys could take the information and go use it, and maybe you guys could figure out something that I can't. But I'm going to tell you guys all the ins and outs of what I know about it, and hopefully answer a lot of the questions in the comments. And if you don't know what the airplane mode glitch is, I have a video on my YouTube channel. Make sure you go watch that if this isn't making any sense to you, or if you need to know what that is, because you want to know what this is to be able to utilize this information to do better in the Monopoly Go and do what I'm trying to tell you. So make sure you go watch that and check out our other videos. We got tons of other way of me manipulating the weekly events and everything else. So make sure you check it out. All right, so the first example I'm going to run into is we're going to talk about the chance cards and what happens when you land on chance. This first example, I land on the railroad, and I'm going to show you guys and talk you through exactly what you're seeing and why you're seeing it. So let's go ahead and hop right into this. So you can see I log in. I turned on airplane mode, so I cut off the signal so they have no idea what's going on, and I have no connection. As you've seen there, I hit the chance card. The symbol did not load, and that's because my internet, I'm reaching for internet and I don't have it. Then I went on and I hit the shutdown because it just forced my guy right to the shutdown because I got the railroad. It didn't tell me I got the railroad card, but I got it because it sent me to the railroad. That's how I know I got that card. And then when the railroad popped up, it said no internet. But I was able to, when that friend page popped up, it overrided the page. So you're able to type your friend's name in and still hit their card. I hit their statue like you see here. So it really comes down to, if you can override the no internet symbol, the game will continue on. So you just want to not get that no internet symbol, because that's when you're going to have to get the reset. So you don't want to have to ask the game to pull any new information, because that's when it's going to pop up no internet. Now this next example that we're jumping into, this is chance when you land on the dice cards and what it looks when you land on a chance and you get the dice reward. Now as you can see there, the logo did not pop up because it's asking for the logo. It's reaching out for the logo and it can't find it. Now it still worked. It still gave me the dice and still gave me the reward, but that's generally what it's going to look like when you do it. And this next example here is when you hit the chance and you get money. As you see there, it didn't load the card, but it still gave me the money reward, and it still worked all, and the internet does not pop up. You could still keep going with this. It does not mess up the game when you're trying to do the airplane mode glitch, as long as you get the cash. Now the next one we're going to be looking at is the color wheel, and how that normally breaks the glitch and how that normally upsets the system, and how you have to normally get a reset when it comes down to the color wheel. Because if you don't get the money as a reward, you're gonna get the no internet prompt, because you're asking it to show you new pictures of the cards and to show you new results, and it can't because there's no internet for it to pull those cards from the internet. So it's gonna prompt you no internet, and it's gonna stop you from playing. So just know that getting any cards and asking it to load anything is gonna cause that no internet prompt to pop up. Now I'm going to show you guys how the color wheel is broken and how it normally always stops you, because this is exactly the exact example I was telling you about. I hit the color wheel, and since I go ahead and get the cards, I wish it would show. Sometimes it shows them to you, and it's very strange, but as you can see here, that's what's generally going to happen to you every time that you get cards with airplane mode. So just make sure that you are not getting the cards while on airplane mode. If you receive cards and you're happy with the results and you want them, you have to make sure you get the internet back to save the whole system and load the cards and do the whole nine. Now this next one is going to be the color wheel and getting dice as the reward. What you'll see on this one is you're not asking for new results. You're not asking for new pictures or anything. So it just gives you the dice. Doesn't prompt up no internet or anything. It just gives you the dice, and you can just continue right on. So I flick on the airplane mode. So once again, they have no clue what's going on here at this point, and I just start rolling. I get the color wheel, and I get the dice. Does not bother it at all. You can get dice rewards of all kinds, and it does not bother the system, and it will not prompt the no internet, so you will still be fine to continue. Now the next one we're going to look at is the color wheel cash. That's going to be the same exact way as the dice. It does not interrupt the system at all to get cash. You're not pulling anything from the internet, so you do not get interrupted. You will always be good as long as you get the cash or the dice from the color wheel boost. It should not prompt up like that and bother you when you're trying to do the airplane mode glitch. In this next example I'm going to show you guys, this is what happens sometimes when the color wheel does load. You can hit the color wheel and I know, contrary to what I just said, I said the color wheel always bothers it and you can't load new stuff, but every once in a while, if you get lucky like you see here, I'm going to hit the color wheel and then it actually does load the cards. It's very strange. There it is. So I believe this time the cards actually do load. Now, I believe when this happens, it must be using the last bit of juice of internet that you have to produce those pictures, because the airplane mode was definitely on and I had no internet connection when this happens, and I've had that happen tons of times. So I'm not positive how it's actually even loading the pictures, but every once in a while that will happen. And if you want to save the cards, you just turn off the airplane mode, get your signal back, and it will save the position and save the cards that you got as reward. And this next one here I'm showing you is what happens when you get a shutdown when you're in airplane mode. Now you can see here that it doesn't load the portrait and it kind of just has the floating clouds and won't do anything for a minute. But then if you're happy with how many rolls it took you to get the shutdown and you're happy with it, you could just flick off the airplane mode, and that's when the friend page pops up, and for some reason you could just override the no internet, and then once you progress past it, you have your internet, so it's completely unbothered. And I find it so strange that works so well. And the next one we're going to show you is the airplane mode bank heist. Now that one, it works just like getting money and getting dice. It completely is uninterrupted. I have never received a no internet connection prompt while doing a bank heist. It seems as if you don't even need to load anything while performing a bank heist. Like the game already has the predetermined symbols underneath the tiles because it takes no time to load even when you have no internet. It completely just instantly pops up and it's ready to go. And you guys can see here, 1 second, I should be getting it here any second. Where is it? There it is, baby. So when you get the airplane mode, like, yeah, just like this, when you get the bank heist, it's incredible. It doesn't load anything. And I spam the buttons as fast as I can because I figured I would need to, and you really don't. It just doesn't have a problem loading it at all. It's very strange, but the bank heist works every time. Now, a lot of the examples, people keep asking me how you use this airplane mode to get dice and stuff like that. Now I showed you the chance cards, and I explained in the other videos how the chance cards work. They're predetermined, and the game already knows what card you're going to get next. So just hit the card on airplane mode, you'll see which one's coming next, and then if you like the result, back up, and then you can re-roll not on airplane mode and get the results and actually keep them. And then now we're going to look at, see here, I did the airplane mode, I landed in jail, and since I got the 2 6s, I immediately undid it, got the results, received the dice, and then you can see there the no internet prompt still popped up. Well, I was able to, what you do in that circumstance is you just back out of the game, do not delete the data, do not uninstall, just turn the game back on, and you'll be right where it was. Because I turned off airplane mode and received the dice, I sent the signal so the game and the servers know that I'm on the jail spot and I just received that dice, and this is the amount of dice that I have now. And it sent that signal and updated the servers. So I was okay, perfect. All you do is log back into the game and you're right where you're at. Now here I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. It's the reset where you landed, you rolled times 1,000 and you hit something that you wanted, and you want it, but the no internet prompt popped up and you're like mad about it and you don't want to back out and reset because you want the spot. It's just stopping you from playing because the no internet page popped up. Well, at that point, just close the game, reopen the game, and do not delete anything. Do not uninstall. Like I said, just turn the game back on and you will be in that spot. It will have still sent the signal to the servers, even though it still says no internet, won't let you play. As long as you turned your internet back on, don't worry, it did send the signal. It sends the signal instantaneously when you get the internet back on. So the millisecond you turned it on, you were already locked in that spot. Even though it won't let you play, you just reset the game and you're still there. So that's what I mean by that. You can just reset if that pops up and bothers you. So this is another random example, the community chest and the cards. Like I said in the other videos, you can go ahead and check those out. I don't believe there is a way to manipulate the community chest in getting the cards, making them give you different or better cards. But I keep hearing in the comments, and I'm reading on Reddit, that it is kind of possible, like picking 3 of the people for the community chest and then like waiting and then picking 3 more. I'm not sure. I've read a lot of things, but I can't get it to work. But if you guys have any stuff that does work or video footage or anything, let me know. Go ahead and comment any cool stuff that's happened to you. And if you guys can take this information and make this glitch work better for you so you guys can get more results, maybe even figure out some more cool stuff. Hopefully this is the basics for all the people that are really just not understanding at all what's happening or why it's working or anything about it. Maybe this can, help you out a little bit so you at least know what's going on and why you're doing what you're doing and not just doing it just because I told you to. And then hopefully if you understand it, like I said, hopefully you guys will figure out some cool stuff and we could talk back and forth in the comments and figure all this stuff out. But that's all the basics. Like I said, do not do this in guest accounts, and check out my other videos. I got tons of other ways to manipulate this game and use this to your favor. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. Like and subscribe if this helps you guys out at all, and Yooosin out.